not just you I miss. It's the version of me that existed when you loved me. Back then I laughed easier, smiled without forcing it, believed in forever, like heartbreak was something distant. I used to wake up excited, just knowing you existed somewhere. Now mornings feel heavier, like hope disappeared into thin air. And maybe that sounds dramatic, but losing you changed the color of everything. Because love doesn't only attach you to a person, it attaches you to who you become around them. I miss who I was with you, the fearless heart, the softer soul, the way the world felt beautiful before goodbye made everything cold. And now I walk through places we used to know, feeling like a stranger inside my own soul. You made ordinary moments magical, late night drives, grocery store runs, dancing badly in the kitchen light. And now the same little moments feel painfully empty, like life lost a language only we understood fluently. I hate that happiness still wears your face in my memories. Sometimes I wonder if healing means finding myself again, or becoming someone completely new. I miss who I was with you, the person untouched by fear, before abandonment taught my heart that nothing stays here forever. And I know I can survive this, I know time keeps moving on, but surviving isn't the same as feeling whole again. Tell me, do you ever miss who you were with me too? Do you miss the inside jokes, the stupid little traditions, the way we made sadness lighter just by existing together? Because I do every single day, and maybe that's pathetic, but real love leaves echoes. I'm slowly rebuilding myself now, learning how to feel alive alone. But some parts of me still wander back to the life we almost own. And I think that's the hardest truth about losing someone deeply. You don't just lose them, you lose the future version of yourself that only existed beside them. I miss who I was with you, but maybe that person isn't gone. Maybe they're hidden underneath the grief, waiting to return stronger than before. And maybe someday I'll remember us without breaking down. Maybe someday love won't feel like a haunted town. But tonight I still carry your memory like a second heartbeat in my chest. I don't just miss you, I miss me too. It's stupid, honestly, but every time my phone lights up, a part of me still hopes it's you. still keep our old messages, like they're proof you once cared. Scrolling through conversations that ended months ago somewhere. You used to send me random thoughts at 2 a.m. when you couldn't sleep. Now the silence hits so loudly, it shakes the air around me. And I tell myself to move on, like repeating it enough will suddenly make it true. But healing gets complicated when your heart still waits in secret. I still check my phone for you, even though I know better now. Still pause when it vibrates, like maybe you finally figured it out. Maybe you miss me, maybe you changed, maybe you realized love isn't easy to replace. But every notification fades and it's never your name, just another reminder things will never be the same. My friends say I deserve better, and maybe they're right. But heartbreak doesn't disappear just because logic tries to fight. Because love isn't rational, its memories tied to skin. It's hearing one old song and feeling everything again. You became part of my routine, my mornings, my nights, my entire sense of comfort. And now every day feels slightly unfamiliar. Nobody talks about how grief hides in ordinary moments. I still check my phone for you, still wonder if you think of me too. Still imagine seeing your name pop up out of the blue. And maybe that sounds pathetic, but losing you rewired my mind. Because when someone becomes your world, it takes time to leave them behind. Sometimes I almost text you first just to ask if you're okay. Then I remember if you wanted to stay connected, you would've stayed. That realization hurts differently, quietly, like rain slowly filling a room. Trying to love my life again, trying to become someone new. But there are nights where all my progress disappears the second I remember you. And I hate that healing isn't linear at all. Some days I feel free, other days I still fall. I still check my phone for you, but less than I did before. Maybe that's what healing looks like, a slowly closing door. And even if you never return, even if your silence stays true, a part of me will always remember how deeply I loved you. The phone stopped ringing, but my heart still listens. I used to call it love, even when it didn't feel like love. I just didn't know what else to call it. called it love when I was waiting, called it love when I was unsure, called it love when I was losing myself and asking for more. But looking back, it wasn't soft, it wasn't safe. It was me trying to hold on to something that kept drifting away. And I confused survival with something beautiful, because names can hide the truth when feelings are too loud. I stopped calling it love when I finally saw what it was, a mix of hope and confusion that slowly broke me up. And it doesn't mean it didn't matter, it just means I can see that I was loving an idea, not what you were to me. I don't blame the memories, they were real in my mind. But I was holding on to something that was never fully mine. And every time I stayed longer, I drifted further from myself, thinking love meant sacrificing my own emotional health. But love shouldn't erase you, and clarity hurts less than named it differently, would I still have stayed? Or was I only surviving inside a love that felt unsafe? Because I think I confused intensity with truth. But now I understand, love doesn't break you in two. I stopped needing it to be love, to make it feel true. I stopped calling it love, and I finally felt free. Because truth doesn't always hurt, it just lets you see. And if love is meant to heal, then this was never that part. It was just the moment I learned how to listen to my heart. I stopped calling it love and started calling it truth. There was a time I belonged to your memory. Now I belong to myself. I used to wait inside your silence, like it meant something about us, like every unanswered message was still proof of trust. But I see it differently now. It wasn't depth, it was distance. And I was the only one still trying to bridge it. And that realization changed everything. Because love shouldn't feel like begging to be chosen. I'm not yours to miss anymore, not yours to hold in your past, not yours to revisit when everything else moves too fast. And it doesn't make me bitter, it just makes me free. Because I finally understand I belong to me. I still remember what we were, but it doesn't control my day. It's just a quiet chapter that slowly faded away. And I don't rewrite the ending, I don't wish for a return. I just accept what happened and everything I had to learn. 'Cause some love stories exist just to transform you, and not every connection is meant to be permanent. I'm not yours to miss anymore, I don't live inside your regret. I stopped waiting for closure that never came yet. And now I walk forward without looking behind, because I finally stopped giving you space inside my mind. Tell me when you think of me now, is it silence or something softer? Because for me, you're no longer a wound, just a memory that no longer demands anything. I didn't become colder, I became clearer. I didn't lose a love, I stopped losing myself. And maybe that's the real ending, not goodbye, not anger, just understanding. I'm not yours to miss anymore, and that truth doesn't hurt me now. It just means I finally took back everything I allowed you to outgrow. And if you ever wonder where I went, I didn't disappear or fade, I just stopped belonging to a story that already changed. I'm not yours to miss anymore, I'm mine again. You only show up when I'm gone, when I've already moved on. Funny how silence makes you care. When I was breaking, you weren't there. You had me open like a door, you walked in and wanted more, but you never learned to stay. Just how to take and walk away. Now I see the pattern clear. You only love me when I'm not near, when I'm finally out of reach. That's when you start to speak. But I'm not who I used to be. I took my power back from me. You don't get access to me anymore. Not my heart, not like before. I closed the chapter, sealed the pain. I won't let you in again. And I don't care what you regret. Some things I choose to forget, 'cause I finally understand I don't belong in your hands. You liked me better when I stayed, when I ignored the way you played, when I forgave what shouldn't pass and kept breaking just to last. But I learned to say enough, to stop confusing pain with love. Now your messages feel small, like you never knew me at all. And I don't feel the same inside. I let that version of me die, the one who begged you to remain through every cycle of your game. You lost me when you let me go. Now that's the truth you didn't know. You don't get access to me anymore. I'm not the one you hurt before. I built myself from shattered parts and healed the places you broke apart. And I don't owe you anything, not my tears, not my suffering, 'cause I finally understand I don't belong in your head. Maybe you'll realize too late what it means when someone breaks, but I can't pause my healing now to fix what you wouldn't allow. You don't get access to me anymore. I'm not standing at your door. I chose myself over the pain, and I won't go back again. And now I see so clearly I was never yours completely, 'cause the moment I set myself free, I finally belonged to me. No access, no more, no access. 2:17 in the morning glow, your name lit up my phone below. After months of radio silence, you crashed back in like perfect violence. Hey, I miss you, that's all you wrote. But those 3 words almost stole my soul, 'cause I spent so many sleepless nights begging heaven just for one reply. Back then I would've crossed the earth just to hear you say those words. But timing is a cruel mistake. Sometimes love arrives too late. You don't know how hard I fought to survive the ghost of us. You texted me too late, after the damage and the heartbreak, after I learned to live without your name, after I buried all the pain. And now you wanna come back crying, like you didn't leave me dying. Funny how you finally see my worth, only after watching me learn mine first. I remember staring at the wall, waiting for your late night calls while you were out finding yourself with somebody else. I blame myself for everything, thought maybe I was too intense, too emotional, too attached, too easy to abandon fast. But healing changed the way I think. Now I know love shouldn't make you shrink, and people who truly care don't disappear when things get hard. You came back, searching for the old me. this time. I won't answer. 2:17 in the morning glow. Your name lit up my phone below. After months of radio silence, you crash back in like perfect violence. Hey, I miss you, that's all you wrote. But those 3 words almost stole my soul. 'Cause I spent so many sleepless nights begging heaven just for one reply. Back then I would have crossed the earth just to hear you say those words. But timing is a cruel mistake. Sometimes love arrives too late. You don't know how hard I fought to survive the ghost of us. You texted me too late, after the damage and the heartbreak. After I learned to live with all your name. After I buried all the pain. And now you wanna come back crying like you didn't leave me dying. Funny how you finally see my worth only after watching me learn mine first. I remember staring at the wall, waiting for your late night calls while you were out finding yourself with somebody else. I blame myself for everything, thought maybe I was too intense, too emotional, too attached, too easy to abandon fast. But healing changed the way I think. Now I know love shouldn't make you shrink, and people who truly care don't disappear when things get hard. You came back searching for the old me, but that version died when you left. You texted me too late, after the damage and the heartbreak. After I learned to breathe again without depending on your hands. And now you wanna fix the story, but scars don't disappear by saying sorry. Funny how you finally see my worth only after watching me put myself first. Part of me still loves you, I won't lie about that. Some feelings don't fully die even when they should. But love alone isn't enough, not after all the nights I had to rebuild myself alone from the ruins you left behind. You texted me too late. Now I'm stronger from the heartbreak. Now I can finally recognize love shouldn't cost my peace of mind. So 2:17 in the morning glow. Your name lit up my phone below. After months of radio silence, you crashed back in like perfect violence. Hey, I miss you, that's all you wrote. But those 3 words almost stole my soul. 'Cause I spent so many sleepless nights begging heaven just for one reply. Back then I would've crossed the earth just to hear you say those words. But timing is a cruel mistake. Sometimes love arrives too late. You don't know how hard I fought to survive the ghost of us. You texted me too late, after the damage and the heartbreak. After I learned to live without your name. After I buried all the pain. And now you wanna come back crying like you didn't leave me dying. Funny how you finally see my worth only after watching me learn mine first. I remember staring. Some things don't disappear. They just learn how to stay quiet. You still move like a memory in this place, half light falling on your face. But I know you're not really here, just something my mind keeps near. hear your voice in the hallway air, even when nobody's there. Funny how absence gets so loud when love turns into a haunted house. We left our fingerprints on the walls, now they feel like unanswered calls. Every room knows what we became, even if we won't say the name. We don't talk about it, but it never left. Don't wake the ghosts we made, they still know our names, still replay every mistake we gave. We buried love too deep, but it never fell asleep. It's still breathing underneath. So don't turn on the lights, don't reopen the night, let the silence stay where it is. 'Cause if we wake what we build, we'll feel all the guilt of everything we did. Of everything we did. I tried to clean the memory stains, but they come back after the rain. Like the past refuses to learn, it only waits for its turn. You left your laughter in the air, now it shows up everywhere. In conversations I can't explain, in moments I still replay again. We said we're done but didn't leave, we just stopped pretending to believe. And that's worse than any fight, 'cause nothing ends that feels this right. We didn't break the door, we just stopped opening it. Don't wake the ghosts we made, they still know our names, still replay every mistake we gave. We buried love too deep, but it never fell asleep. It's still breathing underneath. So don't turn on the lights, don't reopen the night, let the silence stay where it is. 'Cause if we wake what we build, we'll feel all the guilt of everything we did. Maybe the truth is, we didn't lose each other. We just turned into something that can only exist in memory. And ghosts don't need closure, they just need space. No goodbye, no end, just the feeling we pretend. No fight, no blame, just the echo of your name. So don't wake the ghosts we made, they still know our names, still living in the choices we say. We tried to let it die, but it learned how to survive inside everything we hide. And maybe that's why it stays in quieter and quieter ways until we forget who we were. Don't wake the ghosts we made, they already remember us. And sometimes I think they miss us too. Even if you're gone, you're still my song. I still talk to you in my mind, like you never left me behind. Every silence feels so loud when I think of you in crowds. I walk through life like I'm okay, but your shadow won't go away. It follows me in every place, like it still remembers your face. And I don't know how to stop this love that never dropped, even distance, even time still keeps you inside my mind. the same. You still answer when I call your name. Even if you're gone, you still live inside my soul, like a flame that won't grow cold. You're the story I still hold. Even if you're gone, I still hear our favorite song playing softly in my heart, even when we're torn apart. I see your face in every light, in the stars that fill the night, like the universe refuses to let me forget about you. I try to move, I try to run, but every road leads to the sun. That one shine only in your eyes, now it just reflects goodbye. And maybe I should let it fade, but this love refuses change. It stays alive, it stays so strong, even when everything is wrong. And even when I try to leave, you're the air I still need. Even if you're gone, you still echo in my bones, like a memory carved in stone. I still feel you in my home. Even if you're gone, you're the reason I hold on to a love that never dies, even when it says goodbye. Maybe love was never meant to survive where we went, but I still choose every pain. If it meant I'd feel your name, and if someday you return, know my heart will still burn. Not with anger, not with regret, but with love I can't forget. Even if you're gone, you're the reason I stay strong, through every night, through every fight. You're my missing piece of light. Even if you're gone, I still sing our broken song, 'cause deep inside I still believe you never really left me gone, but never really gone. You didn't just break my heart, you changed who I am. I don't recognize his face anymore, standing in pieces on the floor. The mirror shows a stranger now, someone I don't know how. You took the light out of my eyes, turned my truth into disguise. I used to feel, I used to care, now there's just emptiness there. I gave you everything I knew and lost myself inside of you. I became someone else when you broke me down like that. Every part of who I was faded into black. You don't know me anymore, and honestly I don't too. You didn't just walk away, you erased the truth. I remember how I used to smile, how love felt real, at least for a while. Now every feeling feels rehearsed, like loving you rewrote me worse. You turned my trust into a fear. Now I don't let nobody near. I built these walls you'll never break, out of every scar you made. I stopped believing in forever, now I believe in never. I became someone else, cold and hard to understand. No more heart inside my chest. doesn't exist anymore. Do you even realize what you did beneath the lies? You didn't just hurt my soul, you took away my control. Now I walk through life alone, with a heart that turned to stone. Every tear I used to cry turned into a last goodbye. I don't dream like I used to, I don't love like I used to, I don't feel like I used to. I became someone else, stronger, colder than before. I don't need your love again, I don't need you anymore. You created who I am, but you don't get to stay this new version of me. You broke me, but you don't get to meet who I became after. I used to wait beside my phone every night when I was alone, praying you would change your mind, begging fate to rewind time. I used to break it every song, spend whole nights wondering what went wrong. You were the center of my universe, and losing you felt like a curse. But pain changes people slowly, turn soft hearts cold and lonely. Every tear became a lesson, every scar became protection. And somewhere between losing you, I finally found myself again. I stopped rereading all our chats, stopped wishing you would take me back, deleted pictures one by one, even though it nearly killed my heart. I learned loneliness isn't death, sometimes it's peace disguised as emptiness. And silence doesn't hurt as much as fake love pretending to be trust. Now people say I've changed too much, 'cause I don't fall that fast in love. I don't chase anyone who leaves, and I protect my energy. You taught me the hardest truth, love means nothing without respect. I became someone you wouldn't recognize, someone stronger behind these tired eyes. Now I walk through fire without fear, 'cause surviving you brought me here. You left me shattered on the floor, but I don't beg for love anymore. Now the person staring back at me is someone you'll never get to keep. Sometimes I miss the old version of me, the one who loved so fearlessly, the one who believed forever was real before life taught me how betrayal feels. But maybe growing up means learning not everybody deserves your heart, and some endings exist to introduce you to your strength. I became someone you wouldn't recognize. Now there's thunder living in my eyes, and though your memory still remains, it no longer controls my pain. You were a chapter, not my fate, just another storm I had to face. And now the person standing here finally chose themselves over fear. You broke me once, but you'll never break me again. Today, I don't promise perfection. I promise presence. I never believed in forever like this, not in a moment like a kiss, but standing here in front of you. Everything I thought I knew feels smaller than this truth I feel. Something honest, something real, not a dream that fades away, but a life I choose to stay. No more running from the past, no more love that doesn't last, just two hearts learning how to mean forever now. I choose you in every season, for every quiet reason, in the chaos and the calm. You are where I belong. I don't need a perfect life, just your hand in mine at night. I choose you, not just today, but every single day. I've been broken, I've been lost, I know what healing costs, and somehow you stayed near without turning into fear. You didn't try to fix my pain, you just stood inside the rain. And that's where I understood love is gentle, not just good. And I don't need to be saved, I just need you to stay. Not as rescue, not as cure, but something steady and pure. I choose you in every moment, every silence, every emotion. Not because I have to, but I know you are where I want to go. Through every high and every low, I'll never let you go. I choose you now and forever. We become one story together. I don't promise a perfect world, but I promise I won't leave it alone. If storms come, I'll stay. If time changes us, I'll still choose you. I choose you, not just this day, but in every possible way. Through the years we haven't seen, in every version we could be. You are my always, my home, never walking this alone. I choose you now and forever, until time stops moving.